Hello again, Jackson here. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you as always. So every so often on this channel, I will do the odd video that was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know about that plugin. I've been using the wrong plugin for years and all that sort of jazz. It's a bit like that today, but it's not so much it's a plugin. It's a thing that I didn't really know about. Well, I kind of knew about it because I've been exposed to it for years and years and years. And you know, forms, right? You know, contact forms, sign up forms, applications, surveys, whatever you want to call them. Forms, right? Well, there's a different type of form presentation that I just known what it's called. I just found out what it's called. It's called conversational forms. And you'll know what I'm talking about immediately. It's where you kind of get like a question, a hi, and how you doing, and an image, and a question, and smiley faces, and then you click a button, and it's next question, and it's just kind of more personal and, well, more conversational, as it were, more engaging. And the reason that they're good is because they get more conversions. And if there's anything you need on your website, doesn't matter what it's for, what your business is, what your organization is, more conversions is a good thing. And they're great. They create better engagement, more fun, more personal. Anyway, I've just started really getting into them, and I'm going to show you today how you can take a boring old form and make it rather conversational. So let's do it. It's WordPress Conversational Forms. Right, let's get conversational, shall we? Here's a form. It's for our coffee shop. Feedback your experience and get a free coffee. Great offer. Maybe they've seen a little QR code by the till, that kind of thing, or on a business card. Fill in your deets, answer some questions, put your email address in, and away you go. What would this look like if it was a conversational form? Well, it looked a little bit like this. Okay. Feedback your experience and get a free coffee. You are 5 clicks away. Let's start. Okay. Thanks for taking the survey. You're only 4 clicks away now. First up, what's your name? Well, it's Jane. Okay, Jane. Hey Jane, what kind of coffee is your favourite at our place? Love it. Nice and personal, images, easy, clear choices, rather than a sort of radio button. Love that. Well, Jane likes a fancy special. Ooh, fancy taste, Jane. How did your special coffee treat you today? Well, let me tell you, it was delicious. Fabulous. Please let us know if there's anything you'd love to see added to our cafe, Jane. Well, how about some free beer as well? Save. Thanks so much for your feedback, Jane. Where would we send your free coffee coupon? Well, it's Jane at test.com. Nice. Really lovely. I mean, don't get me wrong. A plain form like this will get the job done. But if we can get that engagement and fun factor in there and personalisation, it counts for a lot, apparently. Let's go have a look, see how this is all put together. So I've got a fairly standard site here with my starter block theme version 2. That's a free download on the freebies page. Link is in the description. And we've got a couple of plugins for the purpose of the forms. So I'm using Fluent Forms Free and Fluent Forms Pro, which gives us the option to do the conversational version. Let's go to our forms now. And you see I've got the 2 different forms, plain and conversational. So if you want to add a new conversational, and if you've got Pro installed, you'll see the create conversational form. That's how you create it from scratch. But we just go and edit our plain form. If you've got an existing form, you can actually convert it to conversational by clicking that. So as you can see, this is a very straightforward form. It's got text fields and radio buttons and a text area and then an email address, and away you go. All really simple stuff. Let's go have a look at our conversational, edit that. So it looks immediately very different, but it's actually not. There's only a kind of couple of bits that are different. First up, we get this welcome field, which is essentially that panel there. And you can put what you like in there in respect to it's got a WYSIWYG and other bits and pieces as a nice sort of starting point for this kind of personalized experience. And then with the rest of them, it looks like there's more going on than there is. But essentially, it's just that we've added on the layout settings, we've chosen to give it an image on the right and we've stuck our image in. If it was just a regular form, that's what it kind of looks like. So you can kind of see what's your first name is equivalent to that. So very similar stuff. Let's put our layout settings back to our image. And it's the same with the rest of them. But the other thing I've done here with the conversationals is that based on what they chose here, I've got some conditional rules on this one, on our advanced options, saying that if they chose I'm a classic, then show that. If they chose I'm a specials fancy coffee type of person, show that, and so on and so forth. And the same with these have all got the layout options set to have an image left or right, etc., to kind of break up the vibe of how it flows through. And the other thing we've got here is that when we choose how was your coffee, we've got more conditions that say, well, if it was delicious, then show that one. We saw that on the front end demo. Fabulous, please let us know, etc. If it's just okay, we can change the text. So we can, again, give it that kind of like, ooh, just okay, we can't have that. And then if it was kind of terrible, we can really sort of apply the shock and like the fact that we're really upset and want to help and do more. So that sort of conditional, personalized journey just makes it feel a bit more, well, conversational. Then of course we've got the give us your email part. Cool. So the other thing we've got is this tab here, which is not on regular forms, which is the design tab, which means you can do the button colors and the background image. This is for all this sort of good stuff here. The background overlay, you can change the brightness and disable branding and all that kind of stuff. That should be off by default, by the way. It's not. Naughty. And also look at what it looks like in desktop and mobile. It all looks fabulous, by the way. There's also some other stuff for meta. So if it is kind of like on a campaign, like it's a survey or more of a quiz that you want to share out on your socials, etc., you can actually put in featured image, meta description, and all that sort of stuff, so that it's going to look good on the feeds when it's shared, and some direct buttons here to actually post it to Facebook or Twitter, etc. Or you can copy the link. There's your shortcode, and you can actually embed it on a completely different site using this iframe function, which is pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, really very easy to set up, to go from a form that is fairly boring and standard to something that is clearly very much more engaging. Joe's classic. He didn't think that his coffee was that good, so needs improvement. And we get the conditional logic to get our message across that we're really sorry and we want to improve. And you can really get the brand narrative, the brand voice, tone of voice behind even a negative conversational form, which is epic. Anyway, as with everything on your website, anything we can do to increase conversions, we got to do it. Links to find out more about Conversational Forms and Fluent Form Pro are in the description. And if you want to learn how to build a booking form, that's your video right there. But until next time, I shall see you later.